Des from Aro-Tarot here, and this is the vlog for the end of May. I like how I just started. Oh, well, literally goes to clean glasses, and I'm like, oh yeah, that was literally going to be one of the things I talked about anyway. You know, I'm not doing it on purpose. No, I wasn't doing it on purpose. But, like, obviously, like, if you see any of the other videos, I got new glasses. So, like, that was something that happened in May. And it's kind of nice because I've been wearing the same, not the same exact frames, but, you know, the same frames. I've had, like, 3-4 copies of the same frames. The black square ones. And that's because, those ones were the ones that the insurance covered. But, like, now the insurance system's different. And it, like, the old insurance was, like, you could only pick from these ones. And, like, and now it's, like, different. So, like, Mom's like, yeah, just pick whichever one you want. Just don't pick the Calvin Klein ones, because they're over $200. And I'm like, okay, Mom, okay. I'm not going to pick the Calvin Klein ones. I didn't even know they made glasses. So I picked these ones, and it's so different, and I can see more, because they're not as small. Like, as soon as I put them on, when I got them, which was, like, a little over a week after I picked them out, I was like, oh, I can see more. But actually, I was like, what is this blur around my eyes? I don't have frames there, like, black frames, so, like, instead it's just a blur, and it really threw me off. But yeah, that's probably, I would say getting new glasses when you've had, like, the same exact frame since, I want to say at least 8th grade. I know I had them all throughout high school. And I'm 22 now, so I've had that for what? At least 8 years. Probably more like 9, maybe even 10, because I'm pretty sure I had them in middle school. The same frames. I know I had them all throughout high school, but, like, I think maybe some middle school years. The same frames. So, yeah, I look different for once in my life. Yeah, and I like them. So, besides the glasses, which was like an obby, I'll go ahead and start with the decks, since usually sometimes I just start blabbing on about stuff, so starting the decks is always a good thing. I only got 2 decks this month. I got one at the very beginning of the month, and then about the middle of the month, which I did do unboxings of both the decks on the channel. The latest one, which was besides the VR that I literally just filmed, actually, besides that video, the unboxing was the last one I had put up, and I literally, like, it was almost like 2 weeks, and I just kept forgetting to put it up. Like, that was another thing about, like, this month. Like, the whole issues with sleeping, like trouble sleeping, hit me hard this month. Like, I haven't been to bed yet. I've been up all night. Like, I don't really mean to. Like, I was up, and then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take a nap, so I can at least get a nap in before, like, the day, like, really begins. You know, like, because I need to, like, clean the cage today and stuff, so I'm like, I'll get a nap. And I'm just, like, laying there by the cat, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so not tired. I'm a little higher now, but I'm still, like, pretty awake. And, yeah, so I just, when my sleep goes off, I don't do anything. I don't feel like doing anything, because I'm just tired. Although luckily, I got the things that have helped sleep a little bit. Nana gave me some more. They're, oh crap, what's the name of them? She got them at the vitamin store. I think they're technically a hormone. It's a hormone that your body produces to help you sleep. I know the name of it. I can't think of it. Like, you know, tired. So I can't think of it. But she just bought them at the vitamin store. And they did help some. I know I recently learned, so I guess people with ADHD, like, often have issues sleeping. And I'm like, really? Really? That's probably why I have issues sleeping? But anyway, yeah, I had issues sleeping this month. I'm just gonna go to the decks now before I keep talking. So obviously, like, the first one that I got this month, I wasn't expecting. My mom got it for me. She got herself a copy and then me a copy. I etched mine because, some of the corners on the decks are already kind of like, I don't know, doing that square corner thing, you know, that happens when, like, it gets rubbed too much, you know. And, like, it's not splitting yet, but, like, I worry. So I've never edged any of, like, the indie decks before, and I did edge this one just because of that. It's not perfectly edged. I wanted to get another kind of marker to go on top. So I am probably gonna fix the edging a bit. Then maybe get the one kind of marker to go over top. Which, like, the marker is like, and why I thought I was going to use the one marker, and then I was like, maybe I should use that marker instead, was because, I had been watching, Tom Benjamin's videos about those really pretty glitter markers, and, like, this is, like, literally, like, and, like, moon, and it's, like, it'd be, like, the night sky. I did already actually edge it in black, so if I did get just the clear glittery one, like, they'll be fine. I'll just have to fix the, black and get it a little bit more perfect before I go over top. There's, like, what? I think, like, one spot that, like, I really missed. I don't know, like, it looks fine, though. But anyway, yeah, I did get this deck, which is really big and kind of hard to shuffle. But it's so pretty. It's the, Earthly Souls and Spirits Oracle, which I wish it wasn't so large. But, like, the edition being sold now is just really big, and, you know, like, kind of like the size of my hand, like, literally, like, not that much would, you know, goes over, but my mom, she was getting hers, and, like, at the time, they only had, like, a few copies, so she ordered me one, too, and then she ended up just buying my brother something. Thanks, Mom. Because this one has been on my list for a long time, and she was like, oh my god, like, I just saw this deck, and it's so pretty. Have you ever heard of this deck? And I'm like, that's been on my wish list for, like, 4 months now. I just haven't gotten around to getting them. And she got them. Yeah, I've been keeping it in the bag that it came in, although I feel like I should probably just make a bag that's bigger. Because, like, it's kind of not big enough for it. Like, it's not exactly big enough for the deck. But, like, I could make a bag for it. The other deck is the Crystal Unicorn Tarot, which I had backed. And it came in this one, which usually I also say what deck did I end up using the most. And I don't have to look at the actual number of how many times I did it. Like, I know that I use this one the most for daily draws. Yeah, by like almost 5 more times than the Earthly Souls. Which I used that one for, I think I used that one for some dailies. Yeah, I used that one for a few dailies, but I was using it for weeklies too. So this one kind of really dominated the dojo of what deck I was drawing from. Which is why a lot of the other decks just, like, didn't really get used much. because I just kept drawing from this one. It's so cute. The thing I love about this one, like, it's cute. Like, I love that hermit. Like, it's cute. But, like, my favorite part is just, like, yes. This cardstock is so, like, soft. I love it. It's not, like, an annoying matte feeling. Like, I've gotten used to the Wild Unknowns mass-produced editions feel of the matte. The Animal Spirit one, I think that one feels better, but, like, this deck, like, it's, like, silky, it's smooth, it's soft. Like, literally, when I showed it to my Nana, I was like, okay, touch it. You just gotta touch it. And, like, when it came in, and, like, I was like, Andy, my new deck came, and he's like, okay. And I was like, no, Andy, you gotta touch it. And he's like, oh, that is soft. Like, oh, it's so soft. Like, it's pretty, and I like reading with it, but it's also, I love how it feels. Like, it feels so good. I think texture, out of all my decks, that one's my favorite. I just love how it feels. It's beautiful. Okay, what else? I didn't write anything down. I know the one thing I want to talk about, but I don't know how long I'd talk about that one for. This, I know I had it longer. I don't remember if I included it in the last video or not. I know this month, though, I made it even prettier, so I'll mention the planner, which, like, I don't remember if I had mentioned it. Like, I had gotten 2 planners. I think I did mention that I got 2 planners on sale. You know, and then I got this cute charm. The one I'm going to use for, like, intention setting and all that kind of stuff, I just not really gotten in that yet. And then this one is, like, my planner. And I love it. But I just got some cardstock, so it's even prettier. And yes, it's Quasi. Quasi's gotta be there. And I have, like, like, you know, like, when decks come with, like, an extra card. I've got those. The Earthly Souls and Spirit came with a photo, and I put that in. There's a sticker. There's a feather. It just looks really pretty. And, of course, you know, like, I just love... See, what happened was, I bought this set of cardstock. And it's got gold foil in it. And then my mom got the fairy tale one, and we got both of them. I paid for one, Mom paid for the other one, with a very much set intention that we're going to share. So obviously I got first dibs on that one. Mom was supposed to get first dibs, or like in my mind she was supposed to get first dibs on the fairy tale one. But she still hadn't used it. She actually does like how her tabs look that came in her planner. And then she ended up buying another planner kit because it was on sale, and it's like Mickey Mouse themed, and she loves Mickey Mouse. See, I'm more of a goofy person, but she likes Mickey Mouse. My Nana likes Mickey Mouse. I mean, her nickname's Mickey. Not because of that, because she's named after, I can't remember what she said. I think it's like an uncle or something she's named after. But yeah, so I ended up getting first dibs on that fairy tale one. So for the other planner, I'm using the fairy tale ones, but for this one, I'm using these really pretty gold foily ones, and like they're just so pretty. There's some stuff there. Just they're so pretty. And then, like, you know, I printed out some pictures and put them in. The pictures, like, literally, like, they're all screenshots of some kind. The ones I got from Google are screenshots from a movie that I have, which is The Hunchback of Notre Dame. There's some screenshots of Quasi, as you saw. And then screenshots of Alistair and Colin from Dragon Age Inquisition. So it's Alistair as he appears in Dragon Age Inquisition, because the graphics in the game's nice. So it kind of, if I put it, on one of the pages, I have him right next to Colin, so, like, graphic-wise, like, it matches. So I got the screenshots off Google, but I do have the game. I just usually take pictures of my own character. And then what's the other type of character? Like, what's the other screenshots I have in here? Pictures of my character in Final Fantasy. Because, you know, I just, like, and currently, I'm actually sporting a new hair in the game. And, like, I almost want to just, like, take the pictures. And I just spent, like, 5 million gil on this really pretty dress. So, like, half the money I had saved up. Like, in-game currency saved up on this dress because it's so pretty. And I just want to, like, have even more pictures of, like, my new hair and, like, just stuff in this one. But, like, yeah, like, it's so cute. And then also, I'm pretty sure it was this month, I got, because, like, when Mom got the Mickey Mouse, like, theme, planner, kit, I got the, monthly, weekly set, and this is a Carpe Diem, and I was just using my Happy Planner, like, I'd had a mini Happy Planner that I was using, and, like, then I kind of got the A5s, and I decided to switch it over, and what I did was I just hole punched them, so it was these tiny little ones in my A5, and, like, it was fine, and I actually still have them in there because, like, I was writing down, how many times a deck that I use, you know, so I can, count up, see what decks I use the most in a year, just because I thought it'd be kind of cool to do, when I started planning for this year, which is also how, you know, I see what deck I use the most, in a month. And this one I got, like, really good on sale, and yeah, like, I actually, the two planners I did were the kit ones, and the only reason why I hadn't, just, you know, continued in those ones was because we were already, like, 4 months in, or whatever, so, like, 4 months would have gotten wasted anyway, and for, like, what they charge for their inserts, like, Webster's Pages, like, I figured I'd just save it, and then I'd be like, oh, I've got 2 years ahead, which I still do. I got 2 years of planning inserts for my A5, because, you get to write the dates on them yourself, so I got 2 more years that I already own, so I don't have to buy any for 2 more years, but this one, I got it on sale, so I don't feel bad, so now it all matches, and this is kind of really pretty. And, you know, of course, I have, like, some little, art pieces, like, I got all of this one. I got my Tarat and the mini Tarat, which pictures are moving on me. There we go. And then, of course, where was it? Oh, here it is. I like, which, like, these plastic things I didn't buy. I just literally just took a normal sized one, chopped it, and just taped it. I heard you can sew this. I didn't try sewing. Nana said that she thinks that you could sew it since there is a material that you sew when it comes to making stuff that is very similar to this kind of stuff. So she's like, you could probably sew it. I heard some people sew it, so. But, you know, I have James R. Eads. I got a print of the levers. Me and Mom both have a print of levers. I have mine in this so I can keep it in the planner because it's so pretty. But yeah, that's how it's looking right now, and I like it. And it's so pretty. So pretty. And then that one, the other one, like, I have, like, the planner inserts, like, all cut out and stuff. I just, especially, like, with the sleepiness, I just, and it doesn't help because, like, a lot of, like, the more spelly, witchy-like stuff, like, I'm just not really interested in, like, elements, like, I don't need to know the specifics, like, candle colors mean this, and herbs mean that, I'm like, oh, man, just do, like, intention setting with tarot cards or something. I did finally figure out what each section's going to be, and one of the sections I want to have actually is going to be, like, intention setting with tarot, and I'm going to try to actually do intention setting with tarot. Usually I don't have to do anything because, like, I don't do anything, but I figured I'd try if I need to, and then if I do, I'll write it down. So, like, the dashboard is this cool dragon, and then I use this one for the back. In order to help with Mom sharing, normally it would take like 2 sheets to have a front and a back. If you do the tabs on instead of like gluing them on separately. So what I did was and Mom wants to do the tabs kind of separately. So like if I cut out all of that with the tabs, she's literally still got enough space left that she could just do one anyway. So I made the backs a different sheet out of the cardstock set. So like that's the back, and I got this one. And then the back of that one is this. And then I've got, that didn't go through that one hole. I actually really like this one. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that that's glittery and dragon, I probably would have made this one actually my dashboard, just because I really like it. It's so pretty, and it matches like the periwinkle nicely. And that's what I chose for the back of that one. Oh yeah, I completely forgot. I took some of my arc paper and cut it and put it in. So why not? And I got that. And that's the back I chose. And this one, I actually just used the same sheet because you can get it with 2 on the same sheet, but like one's gonna have to be upside down. But because of how the pattern is, what's an upside down, you know? And then I got this glittery potion one. That's just a game. Ooh, there goes my post-it note. And then I have that one on the back. So, oh yeah, that's what I was writing down. I was writing down what was going to be in it, and I recently redid all that ideas on my phone, so I just threw it away. And then currently, like in here, I just got like some of the cards. This one is the creators of the Early Spirit and Earthly Souls and Spirits Oracle. That's the business card. It looks pretty. And that was another thing that came with it. And then, you know, like this is the, yeah, it's the inverted that came with my Triomphe de la Luna, Dreaming Way, and Wildwood's extra card. And then like a Paulina's extra card. So this is very much not full. And originally I was just going to switch between them, but I really like how this one looks. Then I was like, you know what, I'll just use this one. And originally I was thinking, oh, what if this is my new tarot journal? Because I never freaking write in my tarot journals, because the tarot journals at the moment are literally like this. And I don't like dragging them out all the time, except for maybe like the spread one. And I'm gonna still use these for something. I might use them for writing stories or something. Because now I ordered another journal, not an A5 though, for tarot journaling, because 40% off coupon. And I found this awesome store. Actually, I was just watching like her set up her planner, and I was like, and then like I went to like the channel. I'm like, isn't it tarot as well? So then I went to the shop, and I was like, these inserts are so cute, and like this is such a good price. Also, it was 20% off this month too, so I saved a few bucks. But I was like, yes, especially like with how big they are too. Like I tried really hard to make and I'm gonna use it. I don't think you can hear that on camera. This is the prison siren. Yeah, I live right next door to a prison. Most people don't believe me, but like, I mean, it's true. And like, I usually don't even notice the 1 to 2 times a week they have the this is a test stuff. So I usually don't even think of it. But anyway, when I tried making my own insert, my guillotine cutter, it is... You guys fighting over food? There's 2 bowls. Now you're annoyed? Like, there's 2 bowls for you guys to eat. Alistair's literally like, Eric, that's my food. And it's like Alistair, right next to you is another bowl with the same guinea pig food in it. He's gonna go pout in the corner. He's moving the house towards Eric. So he's in the corner and then Eric's just like, what? Oh, guinea pigs. Anyway, I was talking about this. The X-Acto cutter is not new. It's actually my Nana's, and she's had it for years. So, like, it can cut through, like, cardstock. Like, it cut through, like, tarot cards, like, just fine. It came out perfectly. And I can, like, cut, like, my, A5, I cut those dividers, like, with it. But, like, I try to, cut, like, folded cardstock and, like, 40 sheets. Yeah, it did not want to go through, and it came out, like, really, like, nasty looking, and just trying to get it to look nicer, it ended up being, like, 4 inches, or a little bit less than, I think part of it's a slightly less than 4 inches, instead of, like, its normal, like, 4.3 inches, I think's the normal, like, size lengthwise. And then Andy's like, man, with how it looks, it literally looks like it's trying to do that whole vintage thing, but, like, it's not vintage. And I'm like, vintage. That's it, Andy. You know? So, like, I run into my room because, obviously, I like modding tarot decks. So what do I have in my room? Distress ink. So I put distress ink all on the pages and on the cardstock. And, like, it looked better before I wrote on it with my handwriting, but I put distress ink on, like, all of the pages, and then, like, sprayed it with, like, you know, I didn't have a spray bottle, I didn't know where it was, so, like, I took a paintbrush and I just flicked it all on the pages. It's still drying. I did it, like, probably around, like, 7, I think I was done probably around, like, 7:30 p.m. maybe. But it's still drying. It's just kind of damp, mostly in the middle pages now, and they're not sticking. It's just damp. But I did already write down, like, what each, page, because I wanted it that big because I wanted to have, like, a page per. So I decided to buy some inserts, to get me kind of started, because I wanted, like, an insert per, like, deck. And the journal's coming with 2. But I also have, like, 2 that I want to use that aren't decks. So I went ahead and got, like, 6. So yeah. I got, like, 6. I gotta pause this real quick. Yeah, I got 6, and one of them I already know, because there's one deck I've got, like, I don't know if that's half. I think I've gotten about half the deck journaled. Especially since that deck is very much, I'm not, like, going in depth with that one. It ends up being more poetic, with how each card's coming out, and I kind of really like that. And that's just how, like, I feel like I should be writing about that deck. It's, like, a few lines of, like, or, like, maybe, like, the character in the card is speaking, like, that kind of thing. So, like, I think the most lines, like 8 lines or something, of just, like, more, like, poetic-y dialogue kind of thing. So, the one, I know the one, I don't know exactly, like, what it's gonna look like. I got 2 of the, one, and I'm definitely gonna use one of those for that one. So, at the moment, I have, if you're counting the fact that I'm getting 2 plain ones, and I might use the 2 plain ones, for those other 2 things I wanted to do, which is, like, spreads, and then I wanted to finally finish writing, like, my version of the Fool's Journey, and I'll have it in an insert by itself. So once I use the plain ones, I'll have, like, 5 left over, so I'll have, like, 5 for, like, 5 more decks if I want. I know when the journal comes, I'm probably going to do an unboxing of it, and I think the inserts are probably going to come before the journal does. Because Joanne said it's going to take 6 to 8 business days. And I ordered it yesterday. So it's probably going to come either mid of next week or the beginning of the following week. Where the Etsy shop is 2 to 3 days before shipping. And it's a neighboring state. So it might not take, I don't know, like, usually when it's neighboring states, it doesn't take, like, a week or, you know, like, it doesn't take, like, 2 weeks to get here or something. So I think the inserts are probably going to come here first, which is fine, because then I could write in the inserts while I'm waiting for that to come, so then I already got part of it done, you know, by the time that, I do the thing. But yeah, once that comes, I'll, do an unboxing of it, because technically it deals with tarot, because it's going to be my tarot journal. And then I'll show off the inserts, and I'll say, like, what shop I got them from, and be like, these are nice, they're so pretty, like, yes. I mean, it's better than that. Like, this is what it ended up looking like, because I wrote tarot meanings on it, just cause, and that's a nice handwriting for me. I did it in black pen, and then, like, I felt like it didn't match, so then I used, like, another pen underneath it, and I feel like it looks a little bit better now. And that's kind of what I did with all of the, titles for, as you can see, I don't really write straight. I'm probably going to have to take pencil and try to make lines on each page so I can write straight. But, like, it's still kind of drying, but, like, the top didn't really get it too much. And, like, if it rips a little bit in the line, like, I feel like it just fits to the aesthetic, so I don't really care. So, like, I just kind of got the names of each card, so I'll have a page do it in, but, like, it's not as long as what it should be, because, damn, just did not want to cut through. I will say, I do think, like, I stitched it on the machine, and the stitching looks so cute, though. But yeah, literally, I just took ink, and I just freaking put it on it, and then I just freaking did that with the, thing, so, like, it looks kind of dirty. A really dirty look. And obviously it looks kind of like this because it's still kind of wet. I don't know how long it would probably take to dry. I only put, like, the hair dryer on it, like, at first, and I didn't do it for very long. I just kind of wanted to make sure, make sure that the pages didn't stick, I guess. So I flipped through all of them, and I kind of just did that so, like, they weren't sticking, and then they also kind of, like, started to wave a little bit from the blow dryer. But yeah, and then I got, like, a page left over in the back. I don't know what I'll use that page for yet. I was thinking maybe, like, my list of tarot decks, because I can always, like, get more paper, but then I might do it in the folders I'm getting. Just because, like, with me, I'm always going to get new tarot decks. So, yeah, it's not too much space, but I don't want to, like, write, like, a shit ton. And then what I wanted to do and why I was, like, organizing, like, my decks and trying to figure out, like, favorites was I'm thinking maybe 2. I want to cut out maybe, like, 2 and maybe wallet size. I don't know if wallet size would probably still be too big. I'm going to see, like, how small of the images I could, like, print off. See if I'll do 1 or 2, but I want, like, how I did with my old one, where I want, like, an image of my favorite version of the card. And if I can get it small enough, I'll do, like, 2. And I wanted to, put those in first, and then I'll write. So then I know where to write. At the moment, I don't know if I can get any pictures printed off. I'm, like, almost out of black ink. Like, it's in the, you're, like, out of black ink, Des. And I'm like, I know. Let me keep printing. Mom's gonna get me some more ink. She doesn't remember the number, though, and I keep forgetting to look. And I don't feel like doing it right now that I'm sitting there. Because I have the camera on, and I'm kind of tired. But I told her she can use my printer, to print off any insert she wants to use for her planner. So she's like, okay, I'll buy some ink. I don't know what your number is, though. And I got still, like, a third of, like, color, although she's probably going to get the color and black pack. So once that happens, I'm going to at least print off some of the cards, which I still have to go through and pick which ones I'd want on anyway. But then I'll have, like, a picture. And, like, this will be, like, a mix of, like, it wants to be dirty vintage, but, like, it's still modern with my shitty handwriting. I don't know, maybe I'll eventually put a bit of distress on the images, I don't know. I almost thought about putting pencil underneath any pen maybe I use. Either that or, like, depending on how it feels when it dries, just use pencil. I don't know. It's fine, though. It's fine, though. It's got enough sheets, and that's, like, the main point. It's got enough sheets. So, it's just gonna look kind of weird with all the other inserts being, like, longer. Like, width-wise. Probably, like, this much longer. So I wanted to put this one in the front. It's probably going to go in the back instead. But yeah, that was pretty, like, this is pretty much all I did yesterday. And then I have one more thing two more, if I mention the one thing. This one's a cute short one. Because of my cute planner, and it fit my purse, you know. I mean, this is an A5, it's not a personal size. I didn't want a personal size. I wanted an A5. I needed more space to write. I was upgrading from a mini happy planner to an A5. But my purse was just slightly too small for it. So, you know, I just was thinking, what if I made a bag? What if I made my own bag? And then, like, during the Sewing Guild field trip, we stopped at a quilting shop. And I was like, and then, like, the person that owns it, they're moving to Texas, so they're closing the shop, so like everything was 50% off, so like I got, like, I wasn't expecting to spend money that day, and I got a troll doll. Yeah, this is interesting. I'm gonna mention this real quick. I didn't know, but apparently I live less than an hour. I think it's like 50 minutes away from the biggest troll collection. Like, they have the Guinness World Record, which, if you look at their Guinness World Record, it's actually outdated. I think that says they only have, like, 3,000 or something, and I think they said they have, like, over 8,000, like, individual dolls now, and, like, just troll merchandise is, like, 20,000, over 20,000. Like, it's crazy. But we toured there, and I ended up buying, like, I'm gonna grab him because he's just so cute. Like, I couldn't go and see, like, a Guinness World Record at this museum with cute toys without buying something, which I bought. Where is he? Yeah. I bought a little owl, which is the same company that made the lion and the tortoise I have. And then I kept buying this little guy, so I bought him. He's such a cute troll. I can't remember what's the company that makes him. It's the Fiesta. But he's so cute. So I didn't get, like, a troll doll, but, like, he's a troll. It was just so cool, because they talked about, like, the history and, like, the lore of, like, trolls in general. And then also, like, the history and, like, all of the freaking ripping off of this guy for, like, the troll dolls. Like, I didn't know so many companies ripped off the same guy. Like, so many. That's why there's so many troll dolls. Like, there's already a lot of troll dolls, like, if you just look at one of them. But, like, so many companies, like, ripped off this one guy. Like, yeah, like, it was really cool and interesting, and I had to buy him. And then I bought some fabric, so I ended up being the only person that actually bought something. And I was going in expecting to not buy anything. But I bought bee fabric. I bought mouse fabric. And then I bought fox And like the way that the foxes look, I've never seen anything like that in like another like whenever I looked at fabric. It's just so cute. Like that was the one I was like, I'm getting this one. And then like when I heard the sale, I'm like, okay, I'll grab one more. And then Nana was like, I'll get you another one. And then I got some plain fat quarters as well. So I got like a yard of like those 3. And then I bought like 3, not 4. And then I got like fat quarters that kind of like equaled up to like at least half, maybe. I don't know. I think I bought like, yeah, so like half the yard I can then use to just make my tarot bags, and I'd still have like half a yard left. Which I used like half a yard of the B one. And then this really, I don't actually know what material this is. Nana had it though. And together we kind of like came up with the pattern, and then I sewed it, and she was like, oh my god, like you did a good job, Des. And I was like, but yeah, I made my own messenger satchel. Like, and it's so nice. Like, it can fit my A5. It can also, like, while fitting my A5 in there, which, you know, has stuff in there, I can then put, like, 2 tarot decks, like, my wallet, like, my purse. Like, I then had, like, because I went to the dentist yesterday, I then had, like a whole bag of, like, dentist stuff that they gave me, and I stuffed it in there, and, like, it all fit. It's so nice. Like, I could carry my plane around. Like, I really wanted to be able to carry this around in something and not just, like, my, I have a sewing bag that I take to the meetings, but, like, I don't really want to carry that around, like, every single time I go. So, like, you know, I really wanted something that I could put this in. So, like, if we're, like, oh, we're having a picnic in, like, June, like, everyone say what you're going to bring, so then I'll write down, like, you know, like, planning-wise. So I was just going to use a sewing book, because that's what everyone does. They bring in a sewing book, and it's like, why do that? When, like, I can do that, like, with all the sewing tips and stuff. But, like, with all the planning stuff, I want to bring my A5. Now I can, because this is big enough. And it's got bees, and it's cool, and there's a little bit of my Nana's blood in here. Because, like, the way we decided on putting the top part on, because my other Nana doesn't really sew, but she kind of was like, oh, you should put it on like that. Well, it left a raw edge, so my Nana, she just tacked this on, and then in the process, the pins were eating us that day. But in the process, she nicked herself, so there's a little drop of blood, like, right in there, and then, like, she wiped most of it off right here. It was a little tiny bit. And there's pockets. I have a pocket for a pencil or pen. I have my cell phone pocket, which, like, I use, like, my cell phone as, like, the actual measurement. And then I've got a big pocket that I can put stuff in. What's this? Oh, that's the, leftover, things. But yeah, like, this is just so nice. And can I say, I never want to make one of these again, especially not, like, not with thick material, because Nana's sewing machine is supposed to be heavy duty. That's why I did, like, the thick stuff over at her house, but, like, it could still barely go under the foot. Like, with just, like, how thick this is, like, whew. We did it. We got it done. And then the strap actually somehow got measured too long. Don't know how that happened. Because we literally measured it, like, twice before, like, we even sewed it in. And somehow it ended up being too long. So, like, we had to cut it. So there's a raw edge. Right now, I have a thing Velcroed over with, like, this is extra holding it in place. Nina said I could just tack it if I wanted to, but she just kind of put the Velcro on in case there's, like, another idea that we had. I kind of like how having that little thing looks, so I'll probably just eventually tack it on. I just don't want to right now. I was just happy that it's done. And the other thing I was going to mention was the show I watched on TV got canceled. And I hope it gets picked up. I don't know, there's not really much else to say. Des was not happy. Yeah, oh, the finale for it, though. Oh, it was so good. And it did leave off on a cliffhanger, but it was, like, kind of a cliffhanger with, like, there's so many unanswered questions, but it's more so of, like, the big thing we've been waiting like 3 seasons for. It's been revealed. But then it's like, how is Chloe gonna react to it? And then we did get like, we got to see the 2 episodes that were filmed that weren't in the season. Like, that was on Monday. And they were really good too. Anyway, the show's Lucifer, by the way. Yeah, the show's so good. Like, I really hope it gets picked up because it's just so good. Also, like, if it was to end like that, I would so have to try finding fan fiction of people, like, interpreting how they think it would have went. Because, like, I mean, Avi, it would have been good in the end, but, like, yeah. But anyway, I think I'm done talking. Like, this video is, like, way too long. But yeah, that's, pretty much it. It's, like, the decks, the glasses, journal I ordered will be coming. When that all that comes, I'll show it off. How my planner looks right now. Largest troll collection. Brought home a troll, made a bag. Really nice bag. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, and then in Final Fantasy, I got a new haircut for my character, and I look so nice. I'm zooming in on her right now. I have her sleeping while I'm talking. And I just spent like half my gil that I had saved up on this new dress. It's so freaking pretty though. So worth it. Like, you would not be mining in an outfit like that, but I was like, I want my money's worth. I'm gonna wear it like for every combination except for maybe Bard half the time because I love my Bard look currently. I main Bard, by the way. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna go now. Anyway, this was Des from Aro-Tarot, and I'm logging off.